Hello everybody and welcome back to Dawncaster. It has been a few months since I made a video, but a lot has happened. I've moved house, I've had a baby who is now 4 weeks old, so a lot has happened. A lot has changed in my life, but I think I found a tiny little pocket within to record videos again every now and then. So yeah, I'm back at it with Dawncaster. The first build I want to do on the way back is something that's been requested a lot of times, and this is basically the kind of infinite upgrade Valkyrie Battlespear builds. This is something you'll see where people are doing like, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000 damage with a single Battlespear. This is a bit of a gimmick build because the second you figure out how to do the upgrades and keep one in your deck, you've essentially solved the game, and you can do this as early as Canto 3, so the first Canto after Bright Candle. And once you have that, you've basically won. There are very few bosses that can do anything about it, and obviously you can just choose to not face those bosses, but it's super fun, and I just kind of wanted to show you my preferred way of getting there. There's quite a few different ways of doing it, but there's basically a little trick on how to keep a card that is normally untempered, like a Battlespear, in your deck past combat. If you just want to find out how that works, skip to this time code. I'm just going to drop a tiny little guide on how to do it. If you want to figure out how to do it as I go through the motions, just please continue watching. So let's start with a new game. We always need to play the warrior. We have to play with the Valkyrie art. We will be using the Reaver just to sustain ourselves. You could technically use anything else, but I think the Reaver just kind of gets you through it easiest. And what I like to use is the explosive weapon, not because this is any synergy with Battlespears, but we just need to get through Canto 1, and Canto 1 is so brutally slow. The explosive weapon helps us just get through the fights a little bit quicker. Then what we need is the Battlespear. This is how we're going to generate them. We're going to be playing on hard. We're turning off Catalyst, Infinite Metamorphosis. We need meta progress. I believe this has the Dark Mirror Vial. And then we need Eclipse for the Battlespears and one other card I actually forget the name of, but you'll see it later. Very important. And we're going to be starting in the Sunfall Meadows. Why are we starting in the Sunfall Meadows? Because we need to get to the Wounded Molekin opportunity and use the Wounded Molekin opportunity to get a like epic legendary rarity item that we can then transmute into the Dark Mirror Vial. So quite important to note as well that for demonstration purposes, I will be save scumming here if I do not get the exact card that I need. However, of course, in your builds or your runs, no need to do this. You can just go YOLO and try and luck it out. But if you definitely want it to work, I mean, save scum. If you want save scumming to work, pre-run, don't forget in the start menu to turn off seeded randomness. You can do that outside the game. You can even quit out your current run, change and go back in. It will apply retroactively. So this is why we're using this. I'm just gonna get the big bomb just so I can get through these first few fights a bit quicker. If you activate the bomb on the very first fight, you can use it 3 times in this Canto. So it's best used against guys like this. We basically just want to burst them down. Try to do it with the Reavers takes ages because the Reavers cost 2 energy. You don't generate a lot of energy at the start of the fight. Sorry, at like level 1, 2. But the big bomb can basically just take them all down in one big go. You might also notice another slight upgrade to my setup, and that I finally have a mic stand. Now I've actually had this mic stand in all my other previous videos. It was just in storage because I was kind of like just living in a bunch of random Airbnbs for a while. But now I've got my own place again. So I've got my mic stand set up. It's unfortunately swelteringly hot today. And I'm stuck in this small room, but it's all worth it for the sake of Dawncaster. So you see here, boom, just skip through the rest of this fight. Not looking for anything specific here. We could get, I think it's called Avenging Strike. That's a pretty good card. So this is the key opportunity, the Molten Burrow. This Canto is a little bit different from a lot of other Cantos, that there is a very set amount of opportunities that are always exactly the same. One of them is Molten Burrow. If you do not manage to get this, you just restart your run. What you want to do is you get the Molten Burrow, you climb inside, you inspect the Molekin, and you give it using your potion. If you've not unlocked the potion yet, this will not work, so you'll have to upgrade the warrior to the point where you start with a free healing potion. You give it a weapon. Just give it to any one of the Reavers. It will now offer you a selection of things. take one of these items that is of the highest rarity. The Ring of Power is probably the best one because you can use it until you transmute it later. You can actually get pretty lucky with the ring and apply burning to the boss here, which will help you get through his really obnoxious defenses. Also, these guys with all their evasion, just a pain in the ass. In terms of like the mini game that you're playing here, the wagon, I mean, this thing is hard to do in the best of times. It is basically impossible. Just completely ignore it. If somehow you manage to get through this whole thing with the wagon still intact, I mean, good for you, but don't expect it to happen. So right there, we activated a Battlespear. This is one of the 2 best Battlespears we can get for this gimmick build. This is the one with Echo, so it hits twice. So basically, if you run into an opponent who somehow starts with, I don't know, invulnerability or something that can absorb the damage, the Echo Strike will then kill them afterwards. The other one that is probably like the fair way of doing this build, anything good here? There's basically the fair way of doing this build is rest, do not repair. It's not going to make it anyhow. Is taking the... Let's get rid of the block. Yeah, I'll just get this potion. You know what? We could have actually offered the ring there, and it probably would have given us a Dark Mirror Vial. That would have not been a bad idea. There's the other spear that you can get is the one that offers you basically every time it does damage, it upgrades itself by 5, which is pretty good. That's like the fair way of doing this unfair build. So you just hit your opponents by 5, and every single time it just gets higher and higher and higher. And if you just do that without the other upgrade like gimmick tricks, which I will show you, you'll still get to like 300 to 500 damage by the end of the run. So you can still, you know, beat all the biggest bosses. It's just not as one-shotty as when you're doing like 10,000 damage, obviously. So here we've gotten very lucky and we got the burn on him. So like no matter how obnoxious he's being with his defenses and his interrupts, we will eventually kill him. But yeah, the version where you're doing, you know, 10, 20,000 damage a piece is obviously the most fun. Funnily enough, this Canto one is like by far the most challenging just because of the fact that you don't really have the build up and running, and like whilst Reavers are very strong, they're also very slow. So backswing, you could kind of maybe take, yeah, take Concussive Bomb just so we get a free turn here. Yeah, lots of annoying enemies here. One thing that's super annoying is this spiked plating thing, because your Reavers are doing 6 or 7 damage depending if you have the upgrade or not, and this is always basically like absorbing half of that. So it's often good to save up enough energy to be able to hit with 2 Reavers so you get through the armor and then you get a full attack in, because if you just hit with 1 Reaver every turn, you're always doing 3 damage less than you could be. I don't even use the Battlespear thing because we're not playing a build where we're capable of generating divine energy, which is like the best spears pre the upgrade trick. Usually run off divine energy and we just don't have any. So I'm gonna stun him here, and hit him, and burn him. I know if we just, this next turn, to save up a bit of energy, we should be able to kill him the one after that. Could always try and burn him here. That's fine too. So we should be able to do 14 damage, and you'll have 7 and 3 is a 10 total, so we should be able to kill him here if we draw 2 Reavers. Cool, so Surge to gain some life, Reaver, very good. Body of Steel, cool card, but just not good for this build. So the campfires, just get rid of blocks and stuff. I guess we already got rid of 1 block by that event, didn't we? Whatever. Oh, I think I might have accidentally paid to repair the caravan there. I don't want to do that. You know, people really hate this this Canto because of the mechanics and the caravan thing, but there's actually some cool stuff you can do with it. There are some builds that are really good at protecting the caravan. And if you get lucky, you get like an amazing card akin to one, like a super, super strong one. And then your build is just off to the races. So we actually have a funny interaction with these spike mines, by the way. If you get these to trigger, they hurt you, which then triggers the frenzy on here. So you often end up healing yourself for like more than the spike mines actually hurt you for. Not always, but it's a good way to trigger frenzy if you can't otherwise do it. So here, we're not gonna be able to do it because if I swing once, I'll just absorb his evasion. He'll die at the end of his turn now from the burning anyhow. Yeah, exactsies. Let's see, no. No, no. So what we really just want is more survivability. I guess we might as well just take Demolisher just so we can, again, push more damage quickly just to get out of this damn Canto. Yeah, Mecha Kingpin. So we'll do Mecha Kingpin. That will not reset our bomb power because this doesn't actually count as defeating him when you defeat him, if that makes sense, because he flees this battle, you're technically not killing him. So I don't think it resets your weapon power. However, if you defeat the next enemy after this, that will then reset it. And, ooh, I was kind of hoping for a burn there. That will then reset the weapon power, and then you will have your bomb again for the final fight. You can hopefully find a big bomb and basically just one-shot him and get on with your life. Okay, Surge, Reaver. What I should have done there was play Divine Arsenal, then Reaver, because I could have healed myself twice. That being said, we're going to be done with this guy soon. Just hope for burn here. Otherwise, save my energy. Yeah, this 5 Frozen's pretty good too. That means he just barely will do any damage to us. You just want to kill him before his improvised plating gets too big. That's just too much. So we can Battlespear, Reaver, now he's going to flee. Yes, you see this did not tick down. Now we can fight the Mudfang Ballista. That'll reset our weapon power. We can use our bomb. Take down the mole guy. Against these guys in general, you always want to play out all your energy because their default attack here interrupts you. Yeah, this thing, the heavy bolts. You just want to always dump all your energy if you can. Unless they have like, they don't have enough energy to use it or whatever. So we're getting through these guys pretty quickly with the vulnerable now. Okay, our wagon is gone. Let's do this, and yeah, whatever. I'll just let them burn my energy. Not worth the Battlespear if you ask me. So do this, you, and you. And then the next time we have 4 energy, we should be able to get him. Okay, well. 1 more then. Yeah, fires heavy bolts. He'll pass back to us. And now we can kill him. Worth playing the ring just to see if it heals us. Killed him, that's fine too. Ooh, Battlecry, yes. Always pick up a few Battlecries. There's no real reason not to. Okay, so we didn't get the best one, but Soulfire Bomb is pretty good too. I mean, Concussive Bomb's not bad either. I'll take that. Campfire, I actually want to heal up here. I probably should have tried to get a little bit more HP on that last fight, but we'll make this work too. So here, you know what, I'm actually going to try and go for these. There is one Battlespear that's actually pretty good, is the one that augments itself by how much damage you've previously taken. That one is pretty good. So I want to save a bit of energy here too, because I want to get him to affect me with a spike mine so I can trigger my frenzy. Yeah, there we go. So then I can do like this. I can put a new one in my deck. Now this will heal me. I can draw here. Another spike mine. I'll stun him. I'll reef him. Now I get a free turn here with 3 energies. That's pretty good. Yeah, because now I can set off this, and all of these are gonna heal me as well. Okay, so he's gonna hit me pretty hard now, I think. At least I did not have a lot of spike mines in my deck when he hit me with his deadly attack there. So I do not have the one that scales off of the damage I've taken so far, do I? So what do I do here? Hit you. Yeah, then pretty much anything I draw will kill him now. Obviously his defensive thing where he burrows could still get me here. Yeah, because now I need to play 4 actions total before I can do damage to him. Because I can do 1, 2, 3. No, I don't have it. I'm just going to pass here, let the spike mines fall off, and then get him next turn. This is why getting burning on him is really nice, because you can just ignore this whole burrow mechanic. But yeah, I just need enough energy, basically, to play enough things, because I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Now I get the burning on him. 4. Very nice. So, Big Eater. I'm gonna take this, not because of anything that Big Eater does for me, but you will see later what we're gonna try and do with it. So, explore the area. I've already gotten everything I need, right? I can leave the area. Now we go to Bright Candle, and this is where the first save scummerinos happen. So we can speak to Evelyn. Now we go to the Alchemist. You're going to go to change the card of equal rarity. We're going to go to the Ring of Power, and now we're basically just going to transmute this until we find the Dark Mirror Vial. This might happen instantly. This might take 50 tries for you. Let's just try it. Okay. No luck on the first try. Alchemist, second time lucky. Ooh, second time lucky. Okay, Dark Mirror Vial. So this is the first key card here. One use. Create a copy of the next non-unique card you play. It gains Cursed and Defiled. So Defiled, who cares? But it gains Cursed. What Cursed means is the card cannot be removed from your deck. What does Untempered do? It removes the card from your deck at the end of combat. Cursed counteracts the Untempered. So you get the Battlespear in, you play this, you curse it, it now has Cursed and Untempered. Curse essentially overrides Untempered, it stays in your deck, and you can just keep on upgrading it. So we're going to add this card to our deck. Beautiful, amazing. I'll go to the Blacksmith. I'll upgrade all my basic attacks. Why the hell not? Get the Soulfire Bomb. And we're going to continue. So the Eastern Blightwoods is probably the easiest way to get this trick to start working because you can sort of just mess around with some of the enemies. They can't really kill you, and you can just heal up on them until you finally get the right Battlespear. Oh, triple opportunity. Well, let's see what we get. Small Fortune. Solid. Ooh, that's a pretty bad choice. I'm actually just gonna go to the Blacksmith. Got myself a second bomb. Big bomb, huh? Well, I'll use that to take down the Bandit Looter because he has the most health. So let's see what we get. Okay, not the one we want. So that was one of the ones that scales off of like Crushing, gives you Divine Energy. Not what we want. So I'm gonna use this as a consume a charge. Get these guys going a little bit. He'll heal himself. He'll hurt me. No Blessings to Seal though he still does get my gold. So I'll heal myself a little bit. Hurt you a little bit, and I'll pass. Maybe we can cycle through the deck one more time and get lucky with the Battlespear. So what do we get? No, that was the one that scales off damage you've taken. No, that's not the one we want. In that case, I'm just going to kill this guy. Move on to the next enemy. Because the thing is, after a while, it just gets harder and harder to find the Battlespear that you want because your deck gets so clogged with like the bad ones. Fuse the energy of a card. Let's upgrade one of these. Why not? Actually gonna rest here. I don't really have a good Frenzy Enabler at the moment. Actually, I didn't end up finding Avenging Strike. That's what I think it's called. So what do we got? Nope, wrong one. This guy's gonna dispel our rally with a stupid Blood Scent. So whack, whack. And the poison level, the swamps after this, it becomes very easy to trigger Frenzy. It's gonna keep on hitting him just so his life gain doesn't outpace us. But yeah, hopefully we can have one more go through the deck here. Okay, fingers crossed. That was the wrong one again. Yeah, you can get incredibly unlucky with this. We're looking for the upgrade or the echo one. Just kill this guy. Go next. Oh, here it is, Avenging Strike. So take 3 damage, play a basic attack from a discard pile. This card is like so good with the Reaver. Oh, this is quite interesting. Actually, is it? You could give him a Surge. Give him a Reaver. Yeah, just get another one of these out of the deck. Just trying to make the deck a little bit smaller. Ooh, Bright Gem. Oh, this is a bit scarier. I want to be healthier. That'll help our Reaver scale even more. Okay, we go here. He's got First Strike. We take a bit of damage. We can probably survive that. He'll put a Falcon in our deck. He'll do like, what does it do, 6? Yeah. So he can't really burst us down. So we'll heal with this. Which one do we get? Nope, wrong one again. But see, we can play Avenging Strike. This will do 3 damage to us and play a basic from our discard pile. which also will turn on Frenzy for our Reavers. It's a really good card. So smack, smack. Yep, bunch of Falcons. The Falcons actually also trigger our Frenzy, which is very nice of them. So this now draws us a card. Now we can double heal off this. You see massive heals. Okay, we should probably draw the Divine Arsenal again. Actually, I think we definitely will, because the Falcon doesn't really count as a draw. It's just a redraw, isn't it? Yeah. So we play Divine Arsenal. Wrong one. Play Reaver. Play this. Play Reaver again. Heal again. Whew, damn, that heat wave is kicking in. So I'm feeling quite safe here. I'm gonna go through the deck one more time. Fingers crossed we find the right Battlespear. I'll take either one right now, to be honest. Wrong one again. I'll just heal on the way out. Nothing good. So, Matriarch Daisy. Do we just want the Stun Bomb? Now I'll use it on the Cannoneer. Okay, come on, give me what I want. Sometimes a pain in the ass. Okay, so we're taking 20 next turn. Oh, I'll do this. Do this, do this, do this. All right, hit me with your 20. It's not that impressive, but I can heal myself like this. Oh, 21, yeah, because he's got the Enraged Aura. Very clever. Do I even want to do this? I kind of didn't there. Actually, I wanted to keep him alive. So, Opportunity, Blood Moon, that's great. Now this guy's got double Anger Generation. Okay, give me the right one. Just gotta get lucky. So we're gonna throw this guy at him, this guy at him, draw another card. Just need that Divine Arsenal to be friendly to us one single time. Nope. This guy's gonna interrupt us again, right? So I better just throw this away. Do I just need to kill him again? I think I do. No. So Boomerang is funny. It kind of has ups and downsides with these Avenging Strike builds, because sometimes you actually want your basic attack to go into the graveyard so you can use it with Avenging Strike, whereas if you use Boomerang, it just comes back to your hand. It never actually goes to your graveyard. Oh, come on. I feel like this is becoming statistically improbable that I'm not getting the right Battlespear. Let's see. Let's heal. Let's heal. I'm also just going to play this just so that we don't redraw it. Doesn't help us here at all. I mean, I guess we get the random ingredient. That probably does something. Inflict some poison. Okay. This is the right one, though. Wow. That's really something. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is one of the Battlespears. This is the fair version of the gimmicky unfair build. You just take this Battlespear, you hit people one at a time and upgrade it 5 at a time. That's what we're also going to do now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Avenging Strike. I'm going to Battle Cry. I'll get my armor. Hit you with this. And what I'm going to do, and this is very important, you can play Dark Mirror Vial now, and it lingers. And now I'm just not going to play a single card until I get that Battlespear again. Nope. So, boom. Now I have one that is untempered, cursed, and defiled. This will now not get removed from my deck as I play it. So I can do this, go down to 1, trigger my frenzy, heal up a bit, play this, heal up again, and we're out. Ta-da! Da-da-da! Da-da-da-da! Okay, before we fight this guy, I'm actually going to rest because I'm a tiny bit scared. Now, on to the second part of the gimmick. We're going to go to the Alchemist. We have previously picked up this Big Eater card. Now, what is special about this Big Eater card? Two things. It is red, and it is rare. That means if we transmute it upwards, we can find the card, I believe called, I think it's called Molten Fury. But again, we will have to save scum for it. So here goes nothing. Is 5 a lucky number? It is! Molten Fury! So, Molten Fury, what does it do? Upgrade all untempered cards in hand, and if you have Frenzy, you double the upgrades in all untempered cards in hand. So, what do we have? We have a card that is untempered. We trigger Frenzy, we double the upgrades on it. So this just scales completely out of control. 5 becomes 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, 640, whatever. It just goes up crazy like that. Is that exponential? Yeah, exponentially. And now we're basically set to rock and roll. So we just need to get the first upgrades on our spear. So it already has a few actually. Slap, slap. Play it again. Let's heal a little bit. The only tricky part is getting the Molten Fury and the Battlespear in hand at the same time, because that's just a little bit down to luck, unless you can make one of them persistent. Well, I think we're just going to kill him here before we even use it, but as you can see, their Battlespear is now staying in our deck. It's already at 35 damage, so that's 6 upgrades. Not getting removed. Following us around from fight to fight. I'm just going to check his boots, but I will take him with me. For no real reason, to be honest. You know what? It might actually be the correct play to leave the merchant behind here just so you get the 1 turn of stun protection from these guys, so that you have an easier time finding the Battlespear that you need. That's probably actually the right play. Unless you need him to buy a rare red item. This is going to kill him immediately, isn't it? So well, you know what? We're just going to keep on hitting them until we get Molten Fury and this card in our hand at the same time. It's going to happen sooner or later. Our deck isn't really that big. We can also easily get rid of this Divine Arsenal at some point. This is not doing anything for us anymore. Though I guess by virtue of being memorized, what it does kind of do is if you keep it all the way to the last Canto, it will basically get itself consumed by the fire guy for us, because you have those 3 debuffs in the cathedral. And let's finish him, address the remaining bandits, invite them back as soldiers, explore the area. Let's take the Soul Fire Bomb. You get those 3 debuffs in the cathedral. One of them burns a card from your deck at the start of turn. If you have a memorized card, it will burn that card first. So that's kind of a good way of ensuring that he's not going to burn your Battlespear and you don't just like lose the run then and there, because that is a thing that can happen. Has that happened to me? No comment. Let's see, take another Avenging Strike. I actually kind of want the row card Reconnaissance. That's a really good card for like digging into your deck and just picking out the piece that you need. Ready, we're just gonna go to the swamp. You could pretty much do any Canto. There are some with enemies that have like lots of first strike or kind of invulnerability that can be a bit tricky. Oh, I hope this guy doesn't need my Battlespear or else it's kind of GG. Just the Avenging Strike. Kill you? Ooh, can I get Molten Fury? Nope, but I can heal myself a little bit on the way out. So this is also where you're seeing, what's it called, Boomerang come in handy, because whenever I play the basic, it comes back to my hand. Let's find shelter. Don't really want to lose any of our max HP. Not that anything should go wrong from here on out, but... Okay, so here we could upgrade it, but we don't have it in hand, so that's a bit of a shame. Oh yeah, so here is the nombo between Boomerang and Avenging Strike. So now, because my Reaver got returned to my hand, I can't play Avenging Strike because there is no basic attack in my discard pile because it got returned to my hand. So that's like a tiny nombo that you can sometimes run into there. It's probably still better to have both in the deck than exclude one or the other, but it comes up sometimes. It's more of a quirk than like a real downside, I'd say. It's something to keep in mind when you're playing both if you're trying to plan ahead. Golden Box. Oh, that's good. We can turn that into a Sanguine Scrying. Vault. I mean, you could take Vault to try to find the Molten Fury just to trigger the Battlespear upgrade. You know what? Let's just do that once or twice. That might already be worth it. I don't go away. Not like you guys. Shrine. Oh, reliable. Well, let's put reliable on this for sure. Ooh, the card game. The Hangman. Trovan's Blessing. So now we heal ourselves a little bit every time we, whenever we pick up gold. So basically at the end of every fight. So I'm gonna do this. See, so check this out. This is 71 damage at the moment. I'm gonna play this. 139, and even though I'm stunned because it's reliable, I can still play it. Okay, so actually picking up that that Dazed was like really good. I didn't even think about how the reliable would interact with it there. Yeah, because now if I do this, oh, I didn't draw it, but an attempt was made. Yeah, this Vault card is like, it's sort of the worst card in the world until you can prevent the daze somehow, and then it's just the best draw card in the game. I'll just take Greater Strength. You could go into blue. There are a few ways to get cards that curse other cards with the additional blue energy, like there's that one that just like curses the top card of your deck or something. Okay, so again here I can double the upgrades, 295 damage, boom. And there's a few other ways I think with like blue energy cards to curse stuff. But yeah, so the reason we're doing significantly more damage than displays on the card is because the opponent has 3 vulnerable on them, so we're doing 30% more damage than like we should be. But I mean, as you can see, this is now Canto 3. We've essentially put together the build where we're just like upgrading this thing like more and more and more and more. We have healing with our Reaver, so we're like kind of safe with that. And the only thing we really want to try and do is get a second Battlespear, like probably just duplicate the one we have, so if it does get eaten somehow, we can still fight. Because without the Battlespear, our build is kind of like, is ass the word? Is that what people use? Another thing we could do is just get Persistent on it, because then even if it gets buried, it gets put back in our deck. Yeah, you can see how this goes. You just one-shot everything. And I think the game does have some like internal limit to how much it will let you upgrade a card. So I think it's something like 10,000. However, mid-combat, you can upgrade it to more than that, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I mean. So I'll get this one to its max of like a bit over 10,000. It will then be doing 10,000 damage. However, if you upgrade it mid-combat with Molten Fury, it will do 20,000. However, post-combat, it goes back down to 10,000. At least that's how it's always worked for me. So these little 5 upgrades at a time are a little bit meaningless now, of course. We're just trying to get the Molten Fury in hand. We can probably use the... we can probably use the campfires just to get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, I might actually just leave the Divine Arsenal in here so just our Battlespear doesn't get burnt. That seems like something a clever person would do. Okay, so we're up to 3,171 damage. Something tells me these guys with their 72 life are not scaling along with the damage we're putting out here. Let's just heal a little bit, you know, stay safe. You do still need to watch out for your life, because at this point we don't have the Battlespear in our starting hand all the time, so the opponents are still all getting a turn of damage in. Which is like not nothing, you know? And we're also drawing this greed. if you can get life drain on the spear, that is obviously very, very cool. So let's make our deck a little bit smaller, essentially, by getting Sanguine Scrying off the Screed. We'll go to this campsite as well. We'll remove a Surge. Those aren't really doing anything for us here. Go to the Blacksmith. Upgrade all this stuff. Let's get another bomb. You know what, I'm just gonna, for safety's sake, rest here, because Bolgar, if you get really unlucky with his sequence, you can just take so much damage. Plus we have the Hangman going here, which is putting additional poison on us. That looks like we have the Battlespear in our starter. Just want to see if I can get Molten Fury here. Boom. So we're already doing like twice the amount of damage that even the Spine has life. Sure, Inoculation. Inoculation just as you get out of the Poison Canto, of course. That's just our luck, isn't it? So we're gonna explore. Just leave. That's fine. So I would just go to the Ember Mines. The reason I would not go to the temple with this build, because I think it's the Pyrite Martyrs. When you kill them, you start the next fight with burning equal to the overkill. So if you overkill them by like 10,000 damage, you will start the next fight with 10,000 burning. If you do not have the Battlespear in your starting hand, you die. Again, has that ever happened to me? No comment. So opportunity, bottle it, whatever. Opportunity, ambush. So drink Panacea, we can vault. We can do this. So you can see it's kind of like stuck on 10,000. We're obviously doing an extra 3,000 because of our 3 vulnerable, but ooh, memorize a card. Oh wait, actually though. So we do not want to memorize the Battlespear, because then if we memorize the Divine Arsenal of the Battlespear, there's a 50-50 chance that the Battlespear gets eaten by the fire guy later. So I'm just gonna memorize another good card, but not something where I'd be upset if I lose it. Are there some imbues we could use? Maybe Resurrect and Death. You know what? If for some reason I mess it all up, why not take this? It'll resurrect us. Oh, this will make our cards cheaper. Yeah, sure. Why not just make this free? So by making that free, the Defiled now doesn't matter anymore. Because the thing is with the Defiled, if you don't have a way to burn through the Defiled energy, it starts piling up, and eventually you just can't generate energy anymore, which is like mildly annoying, but... So, 10,004, I use this. Yeah, see, now it's gone up to 20,000. But now I believe post-combat, it'll be back down to plus 99999, which I guess is the actual limit. Yeah, but mid-fight you can make it go higher. Funny how that works. So vault. Yeah, Battlespear. Oh, another enemy you really want to watch out for if you're using this build is if you do go to the snow level, the one with like Gorn Tagdahar as the final boss, is those Yetis. They have reflect abilities. Wow. That Battlespear is very deep. They can reflect your damage back to you, so obviously watch out there. I don't even know why I'm activating these bombs anymore. It's not like I'm gonna get through 3 turns to use them. I'm gonna light the 5th candle. I'm gonna refuse the offer, and I will fight Baylor, why not? This guy is gonna regret fighting me, I'll tell you that. Oh. That's usually an incredibly difficult fight to win at this point in the game, but... Strike the crystal, get this opportunity, shoot the imp away, one-shot all these dudes. So I still want to make the deck a little bit smaller. I need to get these surges gone. So it seems to be I now have enough draw effects that I can always draw into reliably on turn 1. You cannot gain blessings or afflictions. I think that might actually be really... Yeah, am I using any blessings? No, that's actually really good, right? I'm just one-shotting everything. You put that in. Okay, so now I can't gain afflictions, and I should revive on death. Is that if that's how that works? Ugh, not clicked on this thing while it was loading that other screen. Yeah, this kind of happens sometimes. I just need to load back in, refresh the interface. If that ever happens to you, just click out, click back in. That happens if you kind of click on something just as it's transitioning from one screen to the next. Zero first strike enemy, one of the only enemies that are still scary to us. Obviously not exactly this guy, but kind of just the concept of first strike. Draw, Battlespear. So what do you guys think of my new setup otherwise? I've got all some of my favorite Magic cards in the background. Got this microphone. I'm feeling like a real YouTuber now. You know, I actually, I finally was able to monetize the channel a few months ago due to a video or two I did for Magic the Gathering. I managed to get over 1,000 subscribers, which was really cool. So I've been able to make a very meager trickle of income with the videos that I do, which is quite fun. The most popular video I've done seems to be the 10 tips for beginners for Dawncaster, which I guess I'm not really surprised by. People just really like tutorials, which is also kind of why I started this channel in the first place, just explaining how the game works, because it kind of has a very steep learning curve. And it can be quite difficult to pick up, but I just really thought it would be very good if more people would just stick around to play it, because it is generally very good. Let's get rid of that Surge. It's the campsite, we can get rid of another Reaver. Alchemist, do we want to do anything with you? We could, I mean, Molten Fury we don't actually need anymore, so I might as well just side grade it to something else and see what we find. Grimoire, who cares, whatever. Blacksmith, sure. I'm just gonna go to the quickest one, which is the Deep. Has the squishiest enemies. The squishy's relative when you're doing 20,000 damage. Oh, look at that. Headhunter, wow. That 50 gold is really gonna make the difference here, isn't it? So, I hadn't really played this game in a few months whilst I was moving, and I saw that there's been a whole new round of community cards added to the game. Something about a flying carpet. Looked pretty fun. You guys always come up with some pretty crazy cards. I've tried to submit stuff to those card contests before, but I can't say I've had any luck coming even close to the top 5. Cloaked Stranger. Oh, I'll give him a card. Why don't you take this vault? Shrine. Transform. No, it's all good. Yes, there was some really weird stuff in there that you can make builds around. Because I did actually get to make a card that could add to the game in the end, but it wasn't via contest. It was just kind of a thank you from the devs, and it was the Majestic Grandeur card, which I managed to figure out a way to break it with like the legendary performances. However, I was thinking, I think you could also break it with the hymns, because I think they are also all legendary by default. And I think Bomb Warrior might also be able to break it, because the Bomb Warrior's bombs, all besides the basic bomb, are all legendary as well. Sure. So now I can't gain afflictions, and I cleanse an affliction every turn. I think the game is just trying to be like, hey, by the way, this guy can't get afflictions. Purity's an amazing talent, by the way. If you ever get it in the Sun Forge, it is so good. Really make or break a run there. Yeah, and I've heard that there is also more Dawncaster content coming in the future. Maybe some new classes, some new spicy ways to play. The game already has like crazy depth. I mean, the fact that I've done like, what, 50 videos on this game, and I feel like there's still easily another 50 builds I could do. I just saw somebody posted this very silly build today where you can take down the game when impossible with a hunter with literally 0 cards in deck because of this synergy with Flurry, and I believe one of the modifiers. That's something we're gonna have to look at someday. And like that was something that I think has been in the game for a while, but only just like the other week somebody figured it out. Okay, so yeah, here our stuff is getting burnt. So this is where it's good that we do not have the Battlespear memorized. Opportunity, can leave. So we do still want to get the red guy. Sure, let's deal. Wow, replay mail flexes. Ooh, yes. Sure, whatever. Okay, we have the collector going around, so we can try and get another free talent by picking up another epic card somewhere. If we see one, we might as well just grab it. Or even a blue one that we could take to the alchemist and then hand in. Well, let's get rid of this high priest. It's funny because 470 health is usually like super scary. But yeah. Everything's relative. So down with the first priest. Get to the shrine. Let's draw an extra card. Take down the first Red Lord. Oh no, this is already the Risen one. Shouldn't that one have a different name before it's killed? It's like something Dreadlord and then Risen Dreadlord. Again, I haven't played this game in a while. Maybe they changed that. Leave. Okay, just one more priest. Then we can go one-shot Dante at the spine. Battlespear. So again, technically speaking, you know, let's get this. Oh, there it is, the flying carpet. There you go. Activate gain evasion, reduce the cost of all cards in one, but deplete, return flying carpet. That's not bad, actually. It's a little bit expensive with the energy, but once you get it going, imagine that's pretty damn strong. Flying carpet. It's probably good in some kind of like seeker build that's trying to stall a bit. There's probably some weird combos you can do by making your cards cheaper. Oh, got all the windows. I still need to fight one of the Seal guys. Seal Team 3 here. And Battlespear. Go next. Shrine. Should we just make this persistent as well? Oh, I guess that would actually prevent it from getting removed from our deck. Bit too late for that, but if we were fighting the bug boss from the invasions, I think she can like remove stuff from your deck, or does she just eat enchantments? Forget how she works. Anyhow, maybe the persistent would save us there. Okay, let's give the collector, hand over a card. Maybe take this flying carpet, wild infusion, another 5 upgrades, why not? Yeah, why don't you take Divine Arsenal now? I think we've had enough of that. Enter. So, Dante. The new Dante. I mean, is he still new? It's been a few months now, but not the old Dante, basically. Still Torso Man. And Torso Man is still no match for an infinite Battlespear. And now we can check out if the spine is any better. So this is actually funny. So the little guy in front of the spine, you actually need to watch out here because he has impervious. You need to either throw something into the impervious to get rid of it, but in our case it doesn't really matter because we have Boomerang and it comes back to our hand anyhow, so you just kill him on the second hit. But yeah, just be careful there that like you do actually need to burn through the impervious, not to somehow get yourself trapped there and get killed this far into the run. But yeah, spine 6 life, Battlespear 10004 damage, so you know, one number is bigger than the other, and you beat him. So that is basically one of the many ways to do the super high infinite upgrade Battlespear. There are a few other ways to do it. There was a way of doing it quite effectively even before Molten Fury. I think with that one card that's called like Bathe in Blood or Bathe in Fire. It's like there's the one red one and the one golden color one, and they like the art mirrors each other. You can also do some tricks there to get a billion upgrades out of it. The outcome is essentially the same. To me, I find this the most streamlined version of doing it. because you just need the ring in Canto 1, you transmute it, and then any blue or red legendary card, and then you transmute it to Molten Fury. You can even do this build without Molten Fury, again, using the upgrade spear, just kind of fairly adding 5 to it at a time. You'll still be doing like hundreds of damage a piece, which is enough to defeat any boss in the game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a go at playing the Battlespear Valkyrie with 1 billion upgrades. Maybe you'll find your own version, your own little gimmick to getting this done. If you do, please let me know about it. I do like knowing these little silly synergies hidden around Dawncaster. And yeah, good luck surviving this heat wave, because I am sweating now. And I'll see you guys next time, yeah? Bye!